Alright folks, so here at World Design, and unloaded both Odysseys. Got one parked over here. This one's going back with me. This is the fabrication shop. We'll maybe do a video there later, not in this series, but when we pick up the machine. This is I already forgot your name. What's your name? Jayden. Yes. This is the guy working on the FL350 shocks for us. So
yes, sir.
Yeah, you'll probably see him later in another video.
Yep.
Sorry, I didn't mean to catch you off guard. I just was going to get it in the shop here.
Absolutely.
Can you tell us real quick just go over like what you've done, if you don't mind?
Yeah, sure. We've taken the extended and collapse lengths from the workshops that you sent us, and we put it into Elka's system to find out what bodies and shafts we're going to need exactly to get the proper collapse lengths and everything. We've gotten 85% of the parts, I'd say, so far. We're just waiting on some of the special legacy heads that come for remote reservoirs. And then now we have the car here, once we get our heads in stock, then we're going to go and try and figure out how we're going to run the line with stock bracketry or close to, and see where we can actually mount the legacy remote reservoir bottles.
Nice. Do you have an example with something that's kind of close to what?
Yeah, I do. It's gonna look pretty much like this. This is the line that's gonna run, and this is the exact reservoir that's gonna be mounting up there. And then we would just use hose band clamps more than likely. That's usually what these run with. So
okay. Yeah,
and then this is a banjo style line that we're gonna be using. It's just gonna be with a 36mm head, so something like this instead. This is a specific piggyback. We were gonna try and run this in the rear, but now that I'm looking at it a little bit closer with fenders on there, I think that we might try and have to run a remote reservoir front and rear. So,
nice, yeah. Nice.
And we're looking at in the front, trying to give you adjustment while you're in the car. Looks like the best option.
So something
to go up on the main rail, like in here, right here somewhere.
So we might have a future project might be hoods. Right. That's kind of a thing.
Yeah.
But maybe something like in this area or even up in here. Is that possible?
Yeah, we could do something right here. Would probably be good. Just depends on, how the fenders. We'd have to run it with the fenders.
Yeah.
The restriction with banjo lines is that you can't go every angle that you might want.
Sure.
To,
sure.
What I mean?
Yeah.
So, like with a stage 4 or 5 line, you can use a 90 degree or 45 degree hose fitting.
Is that because they're bigger lines?
Yeah, they're bigger lines and they're just a little bit more complex.
Cool.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
All right, and then real quick, can you tell me what do you got? Because I don't know what this stuff is. Some of the guys would know what this stuff is. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, on the shelf, we just we store some of our quads that we have here for personal use. This is Yamaha Banshees. And then TRX 450, it's pretty much brand new. It's got 2 hours on an original Honda oil. Wow. Yeah, it's an 08. Pretty rare nowadays to find one like that because everyone uses them for racing. And then we have a 89 250R and 88. That's our donor bike. We have 2 more 88s up in the rafters.
That's
and,
sweet.
This right here is a Raptor 700 that we were using to do some development on. We actually went ahead and put a piggyback shock on the rear there, so that people like to run dual exhausts on these.
Okay.
So in order to have a remote reservoir, you can't run a dual exhaust.
Right,
so
right.
We went ahead and put a piggyback on it.
Sweet, man.
And this is our front end. We got everything. We moved everything around, so everything's kind of crammed in here right now. But,
so you guys, just to let people know, you guys do the A-arms and everything too.
Yeah, so we are a fabrication shop by trade.
Okay.
So those are our A-arms that we make in-house. We cut, bend, and weld everything up in-house, and then push all the bearings in and all that good stuff. And
nice.
This particular front end has been ran, so the stickers aren't all pretty, but
no, that's fine.
But yeah, so this is we actually did the development for these shocks on this vehicle. So
that's sweet.
Everything's dialed in. But as of right now, the shop's a bit messy, but everything on the shelf is our inventory, and as far as the shocks go.
That's cool. And then you got some displays and stuff up there, I see.
Yeah, so that when we go to shows, we cut the mezzanine out right now. We're lifting up the quads into the rafters, and we had to have a way to get it in there. But yeah, those are our displays, so that when we go to shows, we have something to show off.
Awesome.
And I can take you back into where we do all the magic.
Yeah, Yeah.
This
Let's
is
do it.
where all of our vices are. This is where we work on the shops.
Oh,
Do all
wow.
the suspension tuning and, you know, repairs and whatnot. Right now we're working on, for UTVs, we're working on some special cartridge pieces here to try and maximize the amount of flow that we get through the cartridge itself.
So these are these the insides of the Ruzzies or the?
Yeah, so right here, this is your low speed and high speed compression cartridge.
Okay.
So that's where you make all of your adjustments on the car. And inside over here is actually what you would see when you take that knob off. This
Okay.
is the actual cartridge here. And on the inside, there's just a low speed needle that runs down the middle. It's just a metering needle essentially.
Okay.
And then for the high speed, you're just compressing and decompressing the spring here, the tension on the spring.
Okay.
So we actually take apart the cartridges for stage 5s and whatnot, and for the ATVs, they have smaller cartridges, but it's essentially the same idea. So we go through and we take all of the backup plates off and all the springs off and measure everything and match springs to retainers so that there's a proper amount of preload in every single cartridge so that they match from side to side.
That's awesome.
Yeah, because when you get a cartridge from the factory, you know, you might have a left and a right shock, and they're not necessarily always matched from left to right. One might be at 2 clicks, one might be at 3 clicks, you know what I mean? So when we take them all apart and blueprint them, we make sure that the preloads on those springs are exactly the same, like right to left, so that, especially if you're on a quad, makes a lot of difference, you know what I mean, the handling left to right.
Right.
And
Right.
we match springs as far as the spring stack goes, like main springs. We spring rate out every spring and then we engrave it so that we know, you know, when we're at the field, at the track or something like that, that we have matched springs left to right. We know what we're looking at.
Yeah. Yeah. Now what's all this fancy?
This is our
gadgetry?
vacuum station. So as of right now, we're working on getting our bigger station up and running, but these are de-engineering vacuum machines.
Okay.
And they can vacuum one shock at a time, but this one right here is something that Elka made along with us, side by side, to vacuum 4 shocks at a time. So you can actually vacuum the air out and put the oil into a shock, essentially. Wow. With 4 of them at a time. So
It's
almost up and running.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
Can we see the fabrication shop?
yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Everything's a bit of a mess right now. We're still trying to get.
Oh, I've seen shops that you could not even walk through. This is clean compared to many I've seen. So,
As far as we're concerned, it needs to be more like a hospital.
well, and I like that. That's how I'd try to run mine if I could.
Yeah, absolutely.
I do everything out of my garage, and it's like I gotta move this to move that to do this. Like it's so, because I just don't have any space.
Yeah, I get it.
But I have dreams one day to be organized.
For sure. So this is actually our old design fabrication shop here. This is where we cut and bend all the metal and weld them all up.
Wow.
This is all of the ARs for the last, well, not necessarily in this building, but for the last 30 years have been made here by Ramon and Doug Gold.
That's nice. Look at these. I noticed these earlier. These welds are just amazing. Just
Yeah, they're pretty good.
so clean.
Yeah, we have a part-time welder that comes in and does all of that. So he's been getting pretty good. Hard to, with welders especially, you know, they bounce around a lot. So
Yeah.
the welders pretty good.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and you got some neat mills too.
Yeah, no doubt.
Some Bridgeports, and then I've never heard of Webb, although I'm not a big machinist guy. So
Yeah, this is where we do all the reading before fitting it, and this is where we press all the bearings, and that's really Doug Gold's way. And then when everything's powder coated and everything's fit properly, we bring them in the wheel so that we can go through and bill and ship properly.
this is finished product. Yeah, we're doing the video today. So
All right, hey, how we fit on the music then?
oh no, it's,
We're here rocking out.
yeah, he's done a great job just showing everything. And
Good.
so this is I always hate doing this, right? It feels awkward, but
Yeah, no problem.
this is Jed. He's the guy that's helping us out with the FL. Well, and this is Jayden, right?
Jayden,
Yeah.
yes, sir.
So Jayden's been doing the work on it. Jed's been the guy that's given us permission to do it. I guess maybe.
Yeah, I'm just managing, but he's taking point on
Yeah.
this job. Yeah.
So really excited and really grateful for you guys
Thank
helping
you.
us out, and yeah, we'll have it rolling. So
Thanks for the opportunity.
yeah, yeah, and this is just the office, which we don't need to show the
Nothing
office,
fun
but
there,
yeah. So anyways, I guess it's a good place to leave it off. Jayden, thanks again, man.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a
Looking
pleasure
forward to it in 2 months or so.
Couple months, Rob, I think we'll be ready to rock. Yeah.
It'll be fun.
Most, yeah.
Fun. All right, I'm gonna sign off, and then I'm gonna talk to these guys. Take care.